We bid you welcome to Wichita, Kansas, TBT 2025, the semifinal round. As tonight, the homestanding AfterShocks, the Wichita State alums, get set to take on the Cinderella story in this tournament. We are D3. We're live at Koch Arena in Wichita, Kansas. And look at these wackos. They are in full throat and ready to support the Shockers here tonight in Wichita. And then there were three. Everline Drive advancing to Sunday's championship game, 4 o'clock on Fox. If the AfterShocks, who played all their games in this building, win tonight, the championship game will be here as well. A very pleasant good evening, everybody, wherever you may be. It's a thrill to have you with us for what should be a most entertaining game. Bob Rathman, Nick Bod, Jen Hale's going to be on the sidelines here in just a moment. D3 has captured the hearts of TBT fans everywhere, Nick, with their incredible run. They've had their trials and tribulations, but here they are. They've made it.
Incredible story so far. We are D3, and they've proven a belief that I've long held, that good guards exist everywhere and at every level. And Ty Nichols and Marcus Azor, two former Division III All-Americans for We Are D3, are tremendous players. Got a tall task tonight, beating the AfterShocks on their home floor, but you were on the call for it. This We Are D3 team beat Boeheim's Army, the Syracuse alum, in Syracuse. They're going to need to channel some of that magic because they're going to need all of it here this evening. And that man you mentioned, Ty Nichols, was amazing against Boeheim's Army, and he has been the man who has driven them through this entire TBT experience. He had 36 points in that win over Boeheim's Army, but Ty Nichols, if you've never seen him play, he is an electric athlete. Absolutely terrific getting downhill, can score at all three levels, can hit the three off the bounce, good mid-range, gets to the free throw line. Also a willing passer, 4.5 assists per game. So if you send two at him, he can make the right decisions. And on the other side, for the AfterShocks, Nike Sabande. Once upon a time was the ACC Sixth Man of the Year at Pitt. He's coming off the bench for the AfterShocks and doing an incredible job. 14 points per game, unbelievably efficient, 63% from the floor. His ability to get into the game and get into a rhythm and a flow right away is a skill, and he is terrific at it. He is an important piece for the AfterShocks. I expect big things for number 10 in black. We are D3. Do they have one more miracle left in them? Because they are going to have to beat the Shocks, and they're going to have to beat this crowd. It's going to be an electric atmosphere for our second semifinal game. And we'll be back to tip it off right after this. What an atmosphere at Koch Arena. The AfterShocks are being introduced, getting ready to take on We Are D3 in our second semifinal game. And talk about local heroes, nobody bigger than Connor Frankamp. He's standing by with Jen Hale.
Indeed, Bob. Wichita's favorite son, Connor, has left his mark collegiately here, across the world, in his 6 years of professional basketball, and certainly in TBT. Connor, you have a new addition to your squad this year in Nike Sabande. What has he brought to the AfterShocks?
He's brought so much, especially defensively. He's a problem on defense, and offensively, he's been great for us too. Just overall, such a great player, and also just a great guy.
You're an Elam ending highlight reel personally, but you've played limited minutes so far. What can we expect out of you tonight?
I think I'll be able to play a lot more minutes. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm excited to get out there and see.
D3 is an offensive juggernaut. They've taken the most shot attempts all TBT across the tournament. Defensively, explain your priorities tonight.
We have to stop the two guards. We know they're both really good, so I think our defensive plan will be good, but we'll just have to get out there and see.
It's going to be great to watch. I know you're going to enjoy this home crowd. Thanks for your time, Connor. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bob, Nick.
Okay, Jen, thank you. There's a look at the AfterShocks huddle. Head coach Zach Bush, who begins a new job tomorrow as a high school basketball coach here in Wichita. But he's got this on his mind right now. Marcus Keene has been a big addition to this AfterShocks team, Nick. He's one of the all-time greats in TBT history. You look at that D3 lineup. We talked about Ty Nichols, but one guy, and you mentioned him, and Marcus Azor, he has got that it about him defensively, that he could be a game changer.
Absolutely. He has got a great knack for guarding the ball, getting his hand on the ball. They're going to need him to be able to defend multiple guys here this evening.
Can D3 take this crowd out of the game a little bit at the start?
First 4 or 5 minutes, absolutely vital for We Are D3 to deal with the first flurry of punches from the AfterShocks and this crowd.
We are D3 in white, AfterShocks in black, and we are underway. The winner to meet Everline Drive for $1 million Sunday afternoon. Ty Nichols out of the double team. Sobel gives it up. Underwood spins baseline. Covered. Gets rid of it. All kinds of congestion under the basket. The AfterShocks take it away.
Boy, I thought Sobel had a layup opportunity. It was a part of the set play.
He made that great ball fake to get open. Here's Connor Frankamp, Wichita's own. One of the great high school players of all time in this city. Santos Silva with a wild hook taken down by Underwood. This is Azor. Tipped up and in with the left hand by Sobel.
I think that is where We Are D3 is really difficult. They push it in transition and got multiple guys that can make plays, and Sobel can clean it up as well.
Marcus Keene being defended by Ty Nichols. A little bit of daylight. Good defense by D3. And it's going to be a hell ball, the arrow to the AfterShocks. Both teams energized at the start.
You certainly expected that energy to be there, but this guy, Demetrius Underwood, I thought he was their MVP in the win over Fail Harder. And his ability to play with strength and size at that wing position is huge for this group.
Frankamp. Keene for three. And the rebound belongs to Ty Nichols. Nichols has an avenue. Kicks it off to Underwood for the lay-in. 4-0 D3.
All transition, too. Just off of misses, pushing it. Nobody stops Azor. He gets to the basket. Nobody stops Nichols. He's able to drive it and drop it down. You have to corral those two guys in the open floor if you're the AfterShocks.
Marcus Santos Silva driving off the high glass. Taken down by Underwood. D3 looking to run. Down the middle to Sobel. Oh, and he rolled it off the rim. Keene loses the dribble, recovers. Turnaround for McDuffie.
They got Rashard Kelly shoving Ty Nichols. He's right in the middle of the floor. The officials were all over it.
Wipe out the basket. The AfterShocks have still not scratched. There's Coach Bush, former walk-on here from 2012 to 2017. He was on the Final Four team and the 35-1 team.
Being that former player, he's got that relationship, trust, and respect from the other former players to get them to come back and compete in this.
And a reach-in. I believe they got Frankamp.
Holding Sam Peak. He's running off a couple of screens.
Mike Rainiak's the head coach of D3.
Sit down.
And what a job he's done. This D3 outfit had won one game in its history in TBT until this incredible run. And Underwood with a good-looking mid-ranger.
So much for handling the flurry early for the AfterShocks. It's We Are D3 that comes out and delivers the first punch.
It's a college atmosphere, but remember, these guys are pros.
That's right.
Keene to the basket. And the AfterShocks are on the board. Underwood on the push. Touching the paint.
Santos,
You can see how you have to sprint back, even off of a made basket, and build your defense.
Silva was open, but good hands by Kelly. And the ball belonged to the AfterShocks.
And here comes Nike Sabande in for the AfterShocks, not wasting too much time to go to that bench. The bench has been a huge factor for the AfterShocks so far in this tournament. We'll see if Sabande can get involved early.
And we'll see what kind of an impact they can have defensively in transition.
Yes.
McDuffie. On a body contact, McDuffie puts up a wild one and Underwood the rebound. And they are letting him play. And of course, that's part and parcel of the TBT experience.
You gotta fucking get back.
Nichols. McDuffie. And a blocking foul. Well, this one will go against Underwood.
As a coach during this time, you're sitting there trying to make mental notes of what we need to remind the guys at the next timeout. If I'm Zach Bush, the number one thing I'm talking about at this under 4 media timeout is transition defense. The AfterShocks have not done near a good enough job of sprinting back, getting matched up, and stopping the basketball. And so if I'm We Are D3, I'm continuing to put my foot on the gas in the open floor because you've gotten high-quality shots.
Marcus McDuffie at the line for the AfterShocks. And coming in, David Murray for D3. When McDuffie showed up as a freshman, he was 17 years old. And a fan favorite. By the time he was a senior here at Wichita State, Marcus McDuffie was playing in the NIT semifinals.
It's really amazing. And one of the cool components to the TBT is I'm sure he would have given anything to put a uniform back on when he was done, and he gets a version of that with this to play in Koch Arena in front of these hometown fans.
Hand.
Samuel Peak.
Squeeze, let's go.
Santos Silva rebounds.
Drag. Hey, Biggs, you gotta be ready. We're gonna be
Hammonds looks underneath. Kelly against Nichols. Nice fake. And the rebound belongs to the AfterShocks. Santos Silva to Keene. Kelly from the corner. And it's going to be out of bounds to the AfterShocks.
Well, one of the things Michael Resniak told us was what stands out with the AfterShocks? Rebounding 50-50 loose balls. That was a good example of it. The AfterShocks have done a nice job in those departments all tournament long.
And the closer these clubs get to that $1 million, the intensity really ratchets up. Tip no. Rebound to Azor. D3 on the push once again.
Handsy, by yourself.
Better transition D.
Handsy.
Nichols trying to take Keene. And Marcus got away with a shove. 3-on-1 the other way. Kelly. Tie game.
That's all Marcus Keene. Marcus Keene got in a stance and shut the drive down from Ty Nichols, which got the party started in the open floor.
Sabande up against Azor. Crowd into it now. Not like they were ever out of it, says the opening tip. Here's Peak. Moves in. He's stripped. More good defense by the AfterShocks. Kelly to the trailing Hammonds. Gets it back, does Kelly. Hammonds fired.
Wow.
Sabande skied to get the rebound. What an effort. Santos Silva. Hammonds boards.
By yourself.
What a start. Nichols airballs a three, and it's out of bounds. A timeout. 3:32 first quarter. The Shocker faithful here and making a lot of noise. What an atmosphere for TBT. TBT, the basketball tournament, is powered by Puma and by Or Health. Or Health, a daily pill to drink less or quit. And Purple. Purple, less pain, better sleep. 6-6, 3:32 in the first. And for more on the D3 story, here's Jen.
Yeah, Bob, D3 playing for so much more than just that $1 million prize for personal gain. They're supporting a foundation called Hardy Strong. This foundation is in honor of Justin Hardy, a D3 player at Washington University who's tragically passed away from stomach cancer. That's Justin there. An amazing story, guys. He was diagnosed his junior year, and for the next 13 months, he truly redefined what it meant to live with cancer. He graduated a semester early despite all his treatments. He continued playing basketball, and now, because of the Hardy Strong Foundation, his legacy lives on, providing scholarships. So it's a fantastic cause. Good on you, D3.
And he was on his way to playing for We Are D3 before all of that happened. A remarkable story. Thank you, Jen. Loose ball, kicked around, picked up by We Are D3 and Nichols. Underwood trying to get the shot away and a foul.
2 times, guys, 2 times.
Turnovers both ways. 4 for We Are D3. There's the first turnover for the AfterShocks, but it's getting We Are D3 where they are really comfortable in the open floor.
Chavez Goodwin. James Woodard coming in for the AfterShocks as Demetrius Underwood knocks down the free throw.
It is just amazing. There are 7 guys on this We Are D3 roster that were Division III All-Americans. So yes, these guys were good players. We're talking All-Americans at the Division III level, Demetrius Underwood being one of them.
And Sobel was the National Player of the Year.
The National Division III Player of the Year. So these are confident players, and as you said, you can call them D3 whatever. A lot of these guys are pros. They get paid to play basketball.
Wade goes cross court and out of bounds. Another turnover.
Interesting with Trey Wade. His minutes have been sporadic. Didn't play in the last game for the AfterShocks, but I think from a matchup standpoint, We Are D3 plays a little bit smaller, and you need some athletes on the floor. So with a lineup like this, let's see if the AfterShocks want to switch a bunch of screens.
Send him one way. Hands.
Nichols on the handoff. Parker trying to re-screen for him. Gets the bounce.
Scramble.
Shoots it to the corner. Shot clock at 6. Underwood. Air ball.
Let's go.
Looked out of there by Sabanda. Nike, just 2 years removed from that Pitt experience in the ACC, gets right to the hole.
Right to it, and all bench guys on the floor for the AfterShocks. And the AfterShocks bench have averaged 38 points per game in the tournament.
Underwood left it short, got right to the rim though.
Early drag.
Game remains tied at 8. Nike splits the defender, scores again. With all due respect to the AfterShock alum, Sabanda has been their best player.
I don't think there's any question about it. And watching Nike Sabanda live in person, his change of speed, his ability to stop and go and get to his top speed is really impressive. There he was able to freeze the hedge man, hit the gas, chance for a 3-point play.
11-8 AfterShocks. Azor, low dribble, gets out of the paint. AfterShocks extending the defense. Nichols, force that one.
I don't want to get my ball. I don't know.
Underwood coming up to pressure Sabanda near mid-floor. Shot clock at 15. And the turnaround for Goodwin. Timeout D3. D3 scored the game's first 6 points, but it's been all AfterShocks. And that bench you mentioned, Nick, really a factor early.
Well, the AfterShocks are on a run in large part because of their bench. And take a look at what that bench has done throughout this tournament. 152 bench points in 4 games, outscoring the opponent's bench by almost 100 points. Savande, Woodard, Chavez Goodwin, Leighton Hammonds are able to come in and really change the complexion of the game. If you're wondering what is the one special quality of this AfterShocks team, to me it is their depth and quality of depth.
And you look at the bench points, 7-0, and that's turned the tide here in the first quarter. Turnaround is good. A beautiful shot by Christian Parker.
Really good. Out of a timeout, Coach Rezniak drawn up a set for a little cross screen to get Parker an open look.
Savande kicks to the corner. 3-ball missed. Offensive rebound. Wade will shoot 2.
Two times, guys.
Trying to keep the AfterShocks off the glass is going to be a tough task.
Really difficult. We Are D3 is one of their biggest concerns, was hanging in there in the rebounding column. We've already seen numerous opportunities for second chance points.
Trey Wade out of Marietta, Georgia. Rimming no on the first free throw. From South Plains College to Wichita State to Arkansas. The basketball journey for Trey Wade.
Let's go.
Played on the 2022 Elite 8 team for Arkansas, so he's played in big games on big stages.
14-10.
Barnes down.
Got to try to get Nichols rolling here. And he needs to get something at the basket. He's missed 2 threes badly. He needs to get an easy one.
Good, you're there. Sit down. Sit down. Go by yourself. Go.
Underwood connects. Nice rise. Up over Savande.
Got to attack.
On the drive. Good defense at the rim, and that's going to be the first quarter. So the AfterShocks, after trailing 6-0, take the lead at the end of one at 14-12, but kudos to D3. They've weathered that first quarter storm that you talked about. At the end of one in Wichita, second semifinal game, AfterShocks by 2.
Run them off the fucking line. All right, and Biggs, we get that board and we L it, and you run like the wind. We don't have time to walk today. Let's go. Celtics down. Stack down. Stack down.
Saturday, Major League Baseball is taking over the iconic Bristol Motor Speedway for a must-watch, one-of-a-kind event. Matt Olson and the Braves taking on Ellie De La Cruz and the Reds in the MLB Speedway Classic. Coverage begins Saturday at 6 Eastern on Fox. And speaking of baseball, congratulations to Billy Wagner, who went into the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown this past weekend. He became the first Division III pitcher ever to make it to Cooperstown. He pitched collegiately at Ferrum College in Virginia, a D3 school located in Western Virginia between Roanoke and Martinsville. And Billy Wagner broke his hand as a kid, his right hand, learned how to throw left-handed, and ends up in the Hall of Fame.
I'd have to imagine he's cheering for We Are D3 watching this game, right?
Everybody who has any affiliation with D3 is rooting for these guys.
So this guy's got to get on track. 0 for 3 in the first quarter. Ty Nichols.
And there it is, right on cue.
Going to have to be some movement in the open floor, and there, instead of ball screens, maybe some handoffs to create some indecision on whether they're hard hedging or doubling or what they're doing, but good sign to get him going.
To the corner, and McDuffie answering three. 17-15.
Wichita State was 0 for 6 from 3 until that made. There have been some good looks from the AfterShocks.
Backdoor cutting Azor. Here's Peak letting it fly.
Let's go! Let's go! Quick!
You spoke about Nichols. I thought the AfterShocks really did a great job on him defensively in that first
Couldn't
quarter.
agree more. It was a concerted effort, obviously, to try and take him away, and they did that. Boy, Santos Silva's missed a bunch of shots right around the rim, and he had been really efficient so far in this tournament, shooting 14 of 25 coming in.
Peak takes the bump, left it short, tipped to Sobel in the corner. Now Azor gets fouled, or stepped out of bounds. A little nudge from Santos Silva, but that came after the infraction. Mike Rainiac at D3, down 2.
Coach Rainiac at shoot-around talked a lot about Connor Frankamp. You could tell he was a little worried about Frankamp getting rolling from 3. Frankamp's not played a ton, but when he's been on the floor, there's been a lot of activity from him. So keep an eye on 33 and white. He's got the ball. See if he can get involved.
Ball fake, spinorama, rolls it in.
And there's a different bolt of electricity that goes through this building when Frankamp scores. He is the guy here.
Let's go!
Rebound controlled by Hank Morgan.
Get out of here, Santos.
Long pass up top, Nichols. He lost the handle. This crowd will get you revved up. Maybe going a little too much.
He's got to slow down a little bit. That's his 3rd turnover, and a lot of it's just been a little sped up.
Talking to Connor yesterday, wants to play professionally one more year. Left that one short. Sobel rebounds.
Boy, you're playing with fire if you're going to let Connor Frankamp just walk into a 3 off the ball screen.
Hand!
Peak.
Offensive. Let's go!
Just cannot get anything to go early. Peak's been a key contributor for D3. Sabandi and Nichols. Kicked, and it went off the foot of Sabandi out of bounds.
As a player, Bob, sometimes when you're kind of struggling, like Nichols has been struggling a little bit, you just need a good play to happen, and you can feel good about yourself there. Nice defense. Garden Sabandi forces a turnover. You see the stack good plays.
Keene comes back. Azor and Nichols. Standing backcourt for D3.
Bump.
And look at the defense by McDuffie. What a steal.
Boy, talk about a weight room steal. Just blowing up the dribble handoff and getting a pick-6 run out.
Tip. Stolen. Frankamp. Plenty of clock to Keene. Gets everybody set. Wants the high ball screen. Gets it. Crossover. Tough to shake Azor.
Go! More to me if we score. The transition screen when he's got a goddamn matchup. Hey, see?
And a whistle and a foul on the AfterShocks.
It's a really good job. See how Nichols just held Santos Silva on his hip the whole way down, which just got the defense out of sorts. Really smart play from Nichols. Watch him here. He's just going to keep Santos Silva on his hip. Now, how you matching up? Who's guarding who? Then he's able to attack and get fouled. Great play from Ty Nichols.
They got to not give you a screen. It's not you.
Young man from Springfield, Massachusetts. This is the free throw. Changes. Rashard Kelly coming in for the AfterShocks. Out goes James Woodard.
All right, man, here we go.
Second shot
Straight
for
in,
Ty.
release. All right, here we go. One.
Played collegiately there at Keene State. That's in New Hampshire. There's going to be a football player in high school, a quarterback.
Didn't play organized basketball until the 9th grade. You see that with big guys at times, where they don't pick it up till late. Rare to see it with guards. I think he made a right decision going with basketball.
Yes.
Good, Murray.
21-15 AfterShocks. Keene. Frankamp. Feet set, missed it. McDuffie, no. Another offensive rebound, though, for the AfterShocks. D3 dodged the bullet, and then Underwood coughed up the basketball. Turnover. Santos Silva. Timeout D3. The roundhouse is the loud house.
And Santos Silva giving the roundhouse something to cheer about. 9 first-half turnovers for We Are D3. He may be big, but a little pirouette and the finger roll.
We are back in Wichita. The AfterShocks, fueled by this incredible home crowd, taking an 8-point advantage, 23-15. Bob Rathman, Nick Bond, Jen Hale back with you. And the AfterShocks are really imposing their will on D3.
No doubt. On the offensive glass, defensively forcing turnovers, just using that strength, size, and physicality.
Azor spins into a double and turns it over. Frankamp gets rid of it. Marcus Keene putting on a show.
Whoa.
Nichols, another turnover. McDuffie pulls. A heat check there from McDuffie.
Well, I love Connor Frankamp's barking to McDuffie. He said, come on, man. That is getting, you got to control your emotions even when you got the home crowd cheering for you. That's a quick one from McDuffie. Frankamp doing a great job off the ball rotating for steals right now.
We have a foul on the AfterShocks. And we have a timeout. 3:56. The time remaining in the second. AfterShocks by 10. Looking to go to the championship.
Right? Their ball coming out of the timeout? Yeah. Hey, that's exactly what we had to do. Create turnovers and runs. Okay? Don't settle. Keep working. When you guys don't settle and you get paint touch, good stuff is happening. Okay? It's that next action. All right? Down here, you want to switch 1 through 4 right now? Stay with the heads.
It don't matter. Hey, we really even got to the way we play. They all fucking up now. We're good. What we're doing right now.
Hey, when we come down.
I'm fighting over. You help me or you help me.
All right, hear me here. When we come back down, if it is a transition, you're just playing, okay? If we have an opportunity to walk it up, we're gonna go punch for him, okay? You'll bring it up, you'll set it, punch.
Here's a look at TBT past champions brought to you by AARP. Join AARP and get instant access to member benefits. And when Sunday afternoon rolls around, Nick, we will crown a brand new champion of the 3 teams left. Someone will walk away with $1 million for the very first time.
Eberline Drive knocked off Best Virginia, so Eberline Drive will be in the finals. We'll see who emerges victorious from this matchup here, but it's been an amazing tournament, and I think whoever comes out of this game is going to have their hands full with Gabe York and Eberline Drive.
We are D3, Sobel blocked. Underwood, short.
Go! Punch, punch, punch.
We are D3 is struggling to find some offense. D3 shooting 28%. And they're not a team in this tournament this year that can really count on exploding from the three-point line. Through the double, Kelly Sobel with a great block. Kelly saves. McDuffie gets rid of it. Keene lets it fly. And the rebound to Davis.
AfterShocks 1 for 11 from 3.
Azor, left hand glass and good.
That's kind of the push and pull of the matchups right now. On one end, Kelly's got Azor on him, so he's trying to take him in the post. But on the other end, Azor's got the speed and quickness to drive past him.
Oh, look at the hands. Down to the deck they go. Santos Silva. And Azor from behind knocks it away into Keene's hands. Oh, here we go. What would a TBT first half be without some craziness? Frankamp. Keene from 40 feet. Frankamp into the post. Gets it back. Nice two-man game.
Just so smart and patient and unselfish from Connor Frankamp. He could have taken 2 threes in that sequence. Instead, he drives and creates a layup.
Connor, get off, get off.
Into the post. And Sobel wrapped up by Keene.
Switch the screens. Sobel got a mouse in the house with Keene on him inside. And no choice but to foul.
He was around his waist on the kid.
This has been, we are D3, 11 turnovers. And AfterShocks have 9 offensive rebounds.
That's not what he did initially. He just had one hand around the waist initially.
That's absolutely a foul, but the point he caught the ball.
Okay, if that was your big, you gonna tell me the same thing?
It's a foul. It is what it is.
No, I'm just saying.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Black and white.
Alex Sobel missing the first and 2. He's coming off his best game of the tournament. Sobel starts in the middle for D3. He had 10 points and 8 boards in the quarterfinals against Fail Harder. This is a guy that they really count on. And he comes up empty. And then he was the first one in before it hit. So that ball's going to belong to the AfterShocks.
Feels like a really important final 2 minutes both ways. We are D3 has struggled, but if they can finish this half strong, they could be right there.
Keep in mind, this D3 team in TBT tournament He's averaged over 81 points a game. They're sitting on 17 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Azor the rebound.
1 for 13 from 3 for the AfterShocks.
Hand up.
Underwood spins and missed the shot. Crankamp.
Next.
Inside McDuffie. Outside Hammonds. 30-17.
Great catch by McDuffie and pass.
Underwood gets in tight, missed another bunny.
Boy, 2 in a row.
Keene on the lob. Kelly to the corner. Crankamp, rhythm bounce. Connects. 33-17. These guys are practically unbeatable in this building. All time in TBT, 16-3 here. And with this crowd, you can see why. Nichols fouled by Keene.
Ooh. Pretty good defense from Marcus Keene. Might have got a little bit with the body late, but one more look at it. Nike Sabande was barking at Keene the whole time. Try to get the step back. That's a tough one.
.36 seconds left in the half. Entry pass to Nichols. Ty. Azor. Here's Underwood. Turnover. Nothing going right for D3.
No. Turnover number 12.
Shot clock is off. And we got a foul coming on DeQuan Davis. Now we've got a little chippiness in front of the D3 bench.
All right, here we go. Hey, let's go.
10.9 left in the quarter.
Let's go.
McDuffie. Marcus Keene gets to the baseline. Throws the giant killer. What a performance by the AfterShocks.
Total domination in the second quarter from the AfterShocks on both ends of the floor.
Hard to believe it was 6-0 D3 at the start. Let's go to Jen.
Coach, you broke this thing wide open in the second quarter. What started working so well for your group?
Yeah, it was our defense. We talked about early in the game, we weren't very aggressive defensively. We weren't getting stops. And that limited our ability to run. Started creating some turnovers, started getting glass rebounds, spraying it and pushing the tempo. That really helped our offense open up.
For D3, their backcourt has been their strength. You've held Azor to 5 points tonight with him and his teammate. How do you keep that up in the second half?
Just attention to detail and effort. You know, their guards are really good, but our guards are pretty damn good too on both sides of the floor.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck next half.
Thank you.
Nick, Bob.
Jim, thank you. And that defense, Nick, 21-5. The AfterShocks outscored D3 in the period. Halftime here in Wichita. It's looking like the AfterShocks are on their way to the title, but a second half still ahead. 35-17 here in Wichita. And a reminder, the TBT championship game will feature Everline Drive against the winner of this one. We are D3 and the AfterShocks. That's coming up on Sunday, August 3rd, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. The AfterShocks putting on a defensive clinic in that second quarter, outscored D3 21-5, and they lead it here at halftime 35-17. Back with more from Wichita right after this. You see the halftime stats. They are brought to you by Purple. Purple, less pain, better sleep. Speaking of pain, that was the story for D3 in that second quarter. They were outscored 21-5, and for the night, 29% field goal percentage. You combine that with 12 first-half turnovers. That is a recipe for big-time trouble, and the AfterShocks have pounced on them, and they lead it 35-17. Just a beautiful half of basketball by the home team, and this crowd loving every second of it. Our halftime score, the AfterShocks 35, we are D3 17. Back with more from Wichita and Nick Baugh right after this.
go. Let's go. Bump. Go, Marcus. Let's go. Let's go. Burn it.
Just about set to start quarter number 3 with the AfterShocks on top 35-17. Bob Rathman, Nick Baugh, Jen Hale back with you here in Wichita. One word sums up the AfterShocks defense in that second quarter, Nick. Suffocating.
Suffocating indeed. It was all size, strength, and physicality from the AfterShocks, just getting into the basketball and making life difficult for We Are D3. 13 more field goal attempts for the AfterShocks. That's turnovers, that's offensive rebounds. Really impressive first half from the guys in black.
And what can D3 do about it?
Well, to me, they got to get the game going in the open floor because size and physicality can get negated in a fast-paced game. But let's take a look at some of these turnovers. And it's just multiple guys getting into the ball and creating offense in the open floor for the AfterShocks. Marcus McDuffie blowing up a dribble handoff. You see multiple guys making life difficult. Connor Frankamp anticipating one of his 2 steals. Keene goes and finishes. 12 first-half turnovers for We Are D3. It begins and ends there for this second half.
For more, let's check in with Jen.
Well, Bob, Mike Rainiak is hoping that is as bad as it can get for his squad. His message to them at halftime, stop forcing things off the dribble and stop the turnovers. He thinks the deficit should only be about 8 points if his team hadn't given up the ball so much. Now, how's this for a D3 storyline? Keep your eye on Demetrius Underwood. He's their leading scorer in the first half with 8 points. He blew out the toe of his right sneaker at the end of the first half. The athletic trainer has super glued it back together. They do not have another pair. Will it hold for this half? Something to watch.
Wow. Cinderella slipper That's a little bit of a
Under
malfunction
repair.
going.
Keene misses and Peak the rebound.
That's incredible.
Marcus Azor.
Well, Underwood is important because he's the strongest guy on this We Are D3 roster. They need his strength big time.
And they can use a hot hand from Ty Nichols, too. Throws it away, but a foul. On the roll, Alex Sobel was held.
It'd be interesting to me. It's inviting with a hard hedge that you've seen with ball screens with Ty Nichols to continue to run that. Because if you throw it out of that, you've got an advantage 4-on-3. But you got to get Nichols going. I think bringing a ball screen is just crowding him right now. I'd explore just some isolation drive opportunities for him where there isn't multiple bodies in his face.
Peak goes inside. Saves the possession. And here's Nichols going one-on-one against Keene. They'll take that shot.
Yeah.
Underwood. Take it away. And that is the 13th turnover for We Are D3. Frank Camp off the mark. Sobel control.
Keene threw that ball to Frank Camp too early. He needed to let Frank Camp get in shooting range and then deliver it to him.
Azor with a matchup he likes, turns and hits.
Azor and Ty Nichols played one-on-one in the post against each other for about 15 minutes this morning at shoot-around, just back and forth, working on shots like that.
Let's go.
35-19.
Pace. Change. Let's go.
Santos Silva overshot his target. Kelly climbing it back, but couldn't tip one in. Now D3 with an opportunity in transition.
Great play.
And a 3-ball for Azor. And a foul on Underwood.
Easy, guys. Easy. You can't trip me down here, bro. I feel you. You're right. I didn't see it though.
Nichols, for all of his greatness in TBT, has had some rough patches.
Yes.
When he's gone through those, Nick, he's gotten off the ball. He's been a playmaker. He's tried to do things for his teammates. And I think we saw a little bit of that working with Azor last time down.
I agree. And I think those are the scoring opportunities or just playmaking opportunities for Nichols in the broken floor setting. He really has to be aggressive. Because when the AfterShocks half-court defense has gotten set, he's really struggled.
Weak side, move, exchange, we'll stand.
Keene stripped. D3 trying to run. Nichols turns, he's open, so drives and kicks. And Peak hits a very big three in the corner. Samuel Peak, just his 4th three-pointer of the tournament.
Well, three-quarter court press, too, just to switch things up from We Are D3. I like it. You got to change the complexion of this game. Coach Rainiac making a nice chest move.
Get off of it, move. Swing. Slide, Santos, move.
Connor Frankamp. Sandwiched, and the ball's out of bounds to D3.
This is where your pinch is really important for the AfterShocks because the complexion of the start of this half, it's similar to how the game started.
Yep.
Little clunky, little disjointed, and Zach Bush wasting no time to come with the reinforcements. Here comes Sabande, Hammonds, Woodard.
Duff. You gotta tell people who the fuck they're going in for, bro.
Nike Sabande in that first half scored 5, hit both of the shots he attempted, also had 3 rebounds. He's been the leading scorer off the bench for the AfterShocks in TBT. The winner to play Everline Drive for the $1 million Sunday afternoon on Fox. Parker, no. Rebound Sabande. And a good takeaway by Underwood. Loose ball recaptured by Santos Silva. Woodard feeds the big man. Azor boards. Underwood. Peak driving in. Can't connect.
Well, I thought Peak could have made an extra pass from Nichols for an open 3, and he missed him.
And McDuffie, no shot. A foul on the drive. The AfterShocks lead at 13.
No, too many steps back.
Close to a continuation, but probably the right call. There was body from peak. AfterShocks have had a lot of success in these spots. He's basing on a bounce. A lot of different sets, a lot of back picks, slips.
Tuck it in, that
Watch
string.
Woodard. He's probably going to set a back pick in the middle of the floor.
All right, here we go, man. Here we go.
One more step up.
Yeah.
5:11 left in the third.
Come here, Juice. Had it.
5-second count creeping up. He gets it into Hammonds.
Go, Leighton.
The lefty. Woodard connects.
Good shooter, Bob. 1,800 points in his college career.
Tough two inside for Christian Parker.
Come on.
That's off a made basket. It's just a one-pass layup.
Get out, Bez.
Sabande. He'll drive and kick. Azor got his hands on it. Outside to Hammonds. That's good. A three and a foul. Onto the basket. The three-point shot for Leighton Hammonds. Makes it 41-24. The foul is going to be on the AfterShocks.
A review to maybe see if there's anything that's flagrant.
Fouls on 10 black with the hold. We're going down. The last play is under review to see if the basket is good or not. On the floor, it's counted as a three on the floor.
And you see the wrestling match with Sabande and Ty Nichols under the goal.
We're trying to see if it was on the shot or not. All right, if he's on his upward shooting motion. All right. Let's just take a look at that last shot. Let's go ahead and slow motion on it. And then, but I don't want that view. Yeah, that's fine. Fast forward, we gotta get to the shot. All right, here we go.
The ball was released.
All right, rewind it back.
So I think that three is going to count. And then you see
slow it.
the wrestling move in the paint.
I think what they're looking at is to make sure the ball was released before the foul occurred. That's the biggest thing there.
And it was.
Yes.
So he's already way in the shooting motion, shooting the ball and everything. So the basket is good. Fouls on black 10. It's going to be white ball on the baseline going down. It's got to be gone. Not in shooting motion. Yeah, ball's gone. Yeah, ball's already released. Yeah, ball's already released. Bucket's good. After review,
so there you have it.
The three-point basket is confirmed. It is good. The ball's already released when the offensive player commits the foul. So by rule, we're going to count the basket. Fouls on black 10. It's going to be white ball on the baseline going down. Okay?
And we hope, fans, that you've enjoyed this as much as we have. TBT does an awesome job miking up the referees, the coaches. We get so much game audio. It's just outstanding.
It is. One more time. Ball definitely released well before the foul. Sabande goes and barrels over Ty Nichols. The right call, but isn't it amazing what your bench can do? Flat as a pancake to start. Hammonds hits a three. Woodard hits a three. And just like that, a little bit of life.
Azor rolled it off the rim. Hammonds boards. Nike Sabande. Yes, he was named after the athletic brand by his dad. To the corner. Woodard. Major post up against Nichols. Outside. This one short by Hammonds. Another chance. Woodard. Sabande recovers, fires. Underwood boards. Shovels ahead to Azor. Rejected. Pulled down by D3. Trailing Nichols. Steps into a three and connects.
I think they teed up Nike Sabande. He really was barking at Azor on that block.
And that's going to bring us to a timeout. A little life in D3. 41-27 in the third. TBT, the basketball tournament, is powered by Puma and by AARP. Join AARP and get instant access to member benefits. Alex Malot's legendary season continues as he looks to hold off Pato O'Ward. It won't go down without a fight as he looks to chase him down in Portland August 10th, only on Fox. And speaking of chasing someone down, how about the block shot by Nike Sabandi, taking care of We Are D3 and Marcus Azor.
Yeah, great play from Nike Sabandi, but then just a little too much whooping at Marcus Azor on the ground. The official wanted to let the play out and then blow the whistle for the technical foul. So Ty Nichols will shoot free throws, shoot 2 of them, and it'll be AfterShocks basketball.
We Are D3 now has outscored the AfterShocks 11-6 in the third.
Slowly but surely settling in.
Gets them both.
It's amazing, like Coach Rainiak, what he told Jen at halftime, it's amazing what happens when you stop turning the ball over. Only 1 turnover through the first part of this third quarter, 12 in the first half.
He's still got a little PTSD from the last time he played the AfterShocks in this building in 2022 as a Wichita State alum blowout. It started that way, but now D3 working themselves back into the game.
A little full court pressure, so different types of press.
Good hands by Azor.
Slide. Get in the middle, Juice. Get in the middle,
Shot
Juice.
clock at 15. Sabandi.
Mismatch.
Thomas Corey, the defender. Missed shot, and we've got a foul.
Underwood holding Chavez
Baseline,
Goodwin.
baseline.
You could see Coach Rainiak's throwing the kitchen sink out there. He's throwing some three-quarter court press there with some full court press.
Well, he
Trying
has
some different
to,
lineups.
right?
Absolutely. You have to kind of change the whole vibe of this game. If you just try to quote-unquote play AfterShocks straight up, that's probably not going to go well for him.
Go, Juice. Get there.
Hammonds.
Hey,
8 seconds
box,
on the
box,
shot clock.
box.
Here head coach Zach Bush on the AfterShocks bench. 3:03 left in the third.
Valdez. Swing.
Entry pass to Chavez Goodwin.
Got to set it, Knight.
Wade. Woodard lets it go. Hits!
Woodard has really played well in this second half.
14-point lead for the AfterShocks.
Woodard is way bigger in person than you think he is. He's strong, all of 6'5".
Ty Nichols can't connect. The ball's out of bounds to D3. Peak and Davis come in. For D3, they're in white. AfterShocks in black. 2:36 in the third. Nichols. Got some space, but couldn't connect. Quarry follows. Thomas Quarry out of Johns Hopkins. 43-31. Woodard gets rid of it. Hammonds gets in tight and scores.
Bench. These bench guys for the AfterShocks are really productive.
Davis, the ball fake drive, and he got the whistle. 2 free throws coming.
Yes. Yes.
See Davis, who actually that played well in the win over Phil
right?
Harder.
Just make it short.
Azor was cramping at the end of that game, and so Davis had to play quite a bit down the stretch.
It was one of the factors
Yes.
in that massive comeback by Phil Harder. They could not go back to Azor. Not that Davis didn't play well, but Azor is such a defender. They needed him so desperately, and they finally got things turned around when he came back in the game late in the Elam ending.
100%.
Philadelphia product who played 4 seasons at D3 Arcadia University. Daquan Davis.
27 points per game as a junior.
That'll get it done at any level.
Yes, it will.
Cover middle! Cover
Yeah,
middle!
we've talked
Get
about
it,
this
get
Elam
it.
ending. When you start
Attack
thinking
it.
about it, even in the third quarter,
Yep.
D3
Angle,
whittling it down
angle.
to 12. If they can get this thing to 10 or maybe
Angle.
single digits, they'll think that's a big win. But this guy's got something to say about it. Sabandi, though, denied by D3.
Step up.
This is a big possession here for D3.
Very good. Final 90 seconds, important for momentum here.
Nichols against Sabandi. Lost the dribble, down to the deck, loose ball, Nike's got it. AfterShocks push, Sabandi lays it in. And that was the story of the first half.
What an incredible display of athleticism from Nike Sabandi. Hurling Nichols on the ground to get that loose ball.
Davis misses, Hammonds rebounds. Sabandi gets it ahead to Kelly. AfterShocks running, Wade, no! Rebound, Quarry fighting for it, has it. Peak, Nichols for three. In and out, back in.
Timeout! Come on! Look to me! Come on!
Woodard,
It's a big sequence.
this is a 11-point game.
Yeah. Had a layup for the AfterShocks not go down, and then Nichols toilet bowls a three.
45. Yeah, flare, Trey, flare, Trey.
Kelly. Working against Murphy. No, and the rebound. D3. Peak's got it. 10 seconds.
He loves these moments.
Nichols trying to silence the crowd. Flips it off. No good. It's out of bounds. To D3 with 6.1. Boy, Nichols got all the way to the goal.
Felt like he got hit.
Chavez Goodwin comes in.
Twins, right here, Jack.
6 and a 10th. Nichols the trigger man.
Be careful with Nichols here and coming and getting a handoff.
Entry pass, lane is good. What a move by Pashanik. He's played very little here in Wichita, and he comes up with a huge basket to make it 47-38.
Got ourselves a ball game with that Elam ending looming here in Cook Arena.
We've played 3. A berth in the championship game Sunday on the line. D3 up off the deck. The AfterShock lead is 9.
Give Juice another about minute and a half, I think. Horns, that forward man is your attack guy on the throwback. Yep.
Are we keeping Jack in?
Hey, we're going normal horns. Normal horns to start. But remember, that 4 guy, that's going to be your attack. That's going to be your attack, your 4 guy. Remember the 4 guy. I want you at the 4, you at the 5. Okay? Then that's going to be, you're going to be the attack guy. Get to the rim. Hey, we made it weird. You did your job. It's 9 points. You did your job. Hey, let's get it to down to 6. Get it down to 6. Come on.
Let's take the lead. Let's go.
Hey, we made it weird. You did You did your job. It's 9 points. You did your job. Hey, let's get it down to 6. Get it down to 6. Come on.
Let's take the lead. Let's go. Let's go. 5 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 5.
Inside the Mike Rainiac D3 huddle powered by Puma. I've heard a lot of coaches huddles over the year. I've never heard a coach say we made it weird.
Made it weird and meant it in a good way.
Peak. Oh, off the grass.
He's hitting him the
Rebound
entire way.
belongs to Marcus Keene. AfterShocks looking to regroup and get that momentum back. They were outscored 21-12 in that third quarter. D3 hit 3 threes in the period. Lob underneath. And the lay-in for Chavez Goodwin.
Incredibly important 5 minutes here, though, for the complexion of the Elam ending. Is it going to stay close, or can the AfterShocks have a little surge?
And a turnover as Ty Nichols got double-teamed and lost the handle. Inside for the dunk. Goodwin again. At 6'9", and a wiry 6'9" at that. Right to the hoop. Timeout D3. 2 buckets, Nick, and the crowd is back into it. A factor for this home team.
Well, this sequence has kind of been what the problem has been the entire game. Just the physicality from the AfterShocks, getting into the ball and creating easy baskets. In all reality, the AfterShocks are not shooting the ball well as a team at all. They're shooting 36% from the floor, 21% from 3, but they've been able to get steals and opportunities off of those turnovers.
What an advantage for the AfterShocks.
Here we go.
Playing in front of this incredible crowd. One of 12 actual alumni teams in the history of our tournament to have games on the home court they played in college. And these fans love the Shockers. They love the AfterShocks.
Wichita is a basketball town, and these AfterShocks fans are really good. It is loud in here.
51-38. Azor to the paint. Tried the lob. D3 has it. Peak. Back inside, Underwood. Excuse me, that's Murray. Another block, and Kelly telling everybody about it.
Yeah. There's nothing like playing defense with the crowd roaring for you. It just pumps energy into you, gets you into a stance.
On the cut, Azor missed the dunk, and a foul.
Got the basketball out.
Oh, they called for a rim grab, so give the bucket to Azor.
Your body.
Well, Keene just took a nap on that base and out of bounds defense where Azor just basket cuts him.
We're good. We're going down.
And a hand in the net. 51-38. D3 did a good job in that third quarter to restore law and order, but the AfterShocks, Frankamp, tip, and out of bounds to D3.
Wide open 3 for Connor Frankamp, can't go down.
And just a reminder that in TBT, once that ball hits the rim, you can go get it.
Good reminder.
Nichols. Azor turns, gives, Sobel going up, short, follow, yes.
Excellent offense. That ball is popping back and forth, getting the defense moving side to side. Excellent execution.
9-point spread. We stop the clock at 4 minutes for the Elam ending. Keene on the cut. Nice stretch out to the hole by Woodard. He's been impressive tonight. Nichols coming back, fakes. Underwood banks in a 3. D3 will take them any way they can get them.
Yes.
This is an 8-point game.
In the middle, Con.
You heard Coach Rainiac say get it to 6. He was talking about getting it to 6 by the Elam ending. And that's realistic. Keene. Crancamp, head fakes. And again, inside. Tough 2 for Goodwin and foul. Boy, he's been a factor. You're right, Nick. This bench, Goodwin, Woodard have been terrific.
To just have capable guys off the bench, and these guys are more than that. And once again, Connor Crancamp is more than just a catch and shoot guy. He has got great feel and instincts passing the ball. He's really done a nice job getting in the paint, making things happen, and Goodwin pivot his way into options there for the layup.
Goodwin, a ton of experience. He in college, through Charleston, Wofford, and Southern California, played in the 7th most games in the history of college basketball.
What's up?
Got him the nickname the Iron Man.
Guess so. Left the free throw short. Azor taps it out.
Good.
Nichols. 10-point lead for the AfterShocks. 2:15 away from the Elam ending. Sometimes the Monstars take over the Elam ending. Sometimes they don't. Inside, rolling it off the rim is Azor.
Middle.
What do you think, Bob? That's about the 5th or 6th. Just little bunny that we are D3 has missed. But you're a little sped up mentally, and those easy shots aren't so easy.
Keene drills it.
5-point swing right there.
Top 10 score in TBT history. Marcus Keene, 58-45. Nichols. The AfterShocks defense is good right now as it's been all night. Air ball 3.
Good effort from Connor Crancamp. Marcus Keene doing what he does. He is a scorer. Great crossover. Just his ability to hit shots off the dribble. Tough to stop.
Go!
At Central Michigan, you might recall, averaged 30 a game. Bursting onto the national scene as a collegiate. Crancamp. To the wing, Hammonds. And the rebound and a foul as Goodwin is on the back of Christian Parker.
Strong rebound from Christian Parker there.
And for all the physicality, that is just the 3rd team foul combined this quarter. 2nd one on the AfterShocks. 58-45. Nichols, what a pass. Beauty. Christian Parker the lay-in. Underwood coming up on Crancamp. Nichols takes Marcus Keene.
You're good.
Not going to be able to hold it all the way to the under 4. They have to get a shot up here.
D3 thinking stop and score to get to the Elam ending. Keene. Works the screen, now gets it back. 3 from the top, air ball. And D3 can get that score and close it down a bit. They're trailing 11
under 4, give it.
before they set the target score.
Hey, under 4, give it.
Nike's a Band-Aid in the game for Connor Crancamp. Just a little bit better athlete defensively on the ball.
Hey, Juice, he's gonna bait for a foul. Quick.
Azor. Hand off to Nichols. Azor gets it back. Underneath. And the score is good by Parker. And D3 gets the timeout. Nope, it's taken by the AfterShocks. We have come to the Elam ending. The target score is set at 66 when we come back. Sabandeh, that's blocked. Got it back. Follow. Good! It's over. The AfterShocks are moving on to the semifinals. A bucket. Wins it for D3 now. He carries it up. It's blocked. Follow. Good! They did it! D3 stares at death as they survive. That's what happened here a couple of nights ago. D3 was up 20 in the Elam ending and held on to get it. The clock has been stopped. We've added 8 points to the team ahead. That's the AfterShocks, and the target score is 66. And a big first possession here for the home team, and a foul on Azor. Well, Nick, here we go. This is when things tend to get a little crazy.
Well, just watching these Elam endings, you have to have a next play mentality. You can't let one bad thing lead to two. Take the 2 points. When teams get within 3, they just start chucking threes. You do not want to get stagnant, and you have to rebound. It's amazing how many Elam ending winners come off of offensive rebound putbacks.
We got a blocking foul.
Santos Silva is a large man. Looked like it was an offensive foul in real time. Christian Parker just taking one to the chest. Boy.
3 team fouls on We Are D3. 1 team foul on the AfterShocks. Santos Silva hands it over. Here's Woodard into the paint. Turnaround. Tough shot for a lefty, but got it to drop.
How good has he been in this second half? He has been terrific off the bench.
Parker on the handoff. AfterShocks 6 away. Nichols trying to get hot. Can't.
Tough shot.
He's really struggled. 3 of 10 on threes.
Here, go get it.
Sabandeh looking to drive. Gets it up, gets it in, and they are 4 away.
His hesitation, stop and go, is really good.
Underwood hammered.
Anything silly right now if you're AfterShocks.
I'm not it. I'm telling you to chill. Hey, I'm telling you to chill. I know, but you see him snacking dudes in the face. Come on, bro. Hey, we're just trying to get the game right. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. We ain't got nothing but shooting free throws.
Underwood to the foul line. 17
Two shots,
points
guys. Two
needed
shots.
by D3. They can't afford to miss a free throw.
They need all the points, obviously, and then you'll be able to. If Coach Rainiac wants to set us
Let's go.
Here
we go. One time. One.
Underwood had attempted
spot,
just
man.
2
Straight
free
in,
throws
release.
the entire tournament. Until that.
It. How big and strong
right
this
there.
is.
I know. In and out, back in. 51 for D3. AfterShocks in control. Looking to set the stage on Sunday against Everline drive, and now we got a 10-second backcourt violation on the AfterShocks. That initial defensive pressure by Azor.
Against good defenders, you got to be real careful about crossing over in front of them, especially in the open floor like that. Good defenders are just sitting on that crossover. And Azor was able to pick Sabandeh's pocket and force the 10-second count. Great play from Marcus Azor. Ty Nichols needs to have the ball, but he's got to be thinking just make a play, not necessarily force a shot.
And they desperately need threes. They get one from Nichols.
Good rhythm there.
That's the best looking shot he's taken all night.
Yes.
Rashard Kelly. And to your point, Nick, if you're the AfterShocks, don't panic.
Exchange weak side here.
Get good shots. Work the clock. Instead, it rolls out of bounds and belongs to D3. But we are in that window to go to replay for possession.
Close.
And now they're not even going to look at it. Well, they are now. But they changed the call and gave it to the AfterShocks with 13 on the clock.
I think Pink might have touched it last. I'm not sure Silva touches it. Yeah, I think that's going to be AfterShocks ball. What do you think, Bob?
I'd like to see it one more time. I don't think Pete touched it. I think it was Parker. Yeah, Parker was the guy who touched. Maybe Pete got it, but Parker definitely got it, and Santos Silva did not. That's a correct call to give it to the AfterShocks.
After review, it's confirmed black ball.
If I get a chance to look at it 7 or 8 times, I got a shot.
You give me 7 or 8 looks in super slow-mo from different angles, I'm your guy.
Shot clock at 10. Hook it back, Woodard. Good from 3, and the AfterShocks are on the doorstep now.
Might be the MVP of the game for the AfterShocks.
Agree. The clock is approaching midnight for D3. Keene with the foul. And now Nichols gives Keene a shove, and he's going to get thrown out of the game.
No. Get your guys. Get your guys. Get your guys.
I think they may just very well eject Ty Nichols on that one.
What a shame.
We got him out of here. Let's go for me. All right, let's go. Yeah, he's done. It's just all game, boy.
What a shame. Ty Nichols losing his composure. There's no place for that.
And he's had such a brilliant tournament.
I appreciate you. Hold on. Let us talk. Come on.
There's no place for it. Unfortunate. The great kid, great personality, great player. Just lost his cool for a moment.
Okay.
And it might
call is,
be the end for We Are D3.
Foul on black, right? And then we're going to look for a possible flagrant 2, right? Or flagrant foul, right? We're going to go look. Did you report the common foul? No. Yeah. The last play is under review for a possible flagrant. Right?
There was a bump and run down the sideline that started this whole thing.
Yep.
And the foul on Keene. And then it sort of devolved from there.
And you can tell Nichols was saying that he thought Keene intentionally tripped him. And there was a trip. Take a look at it. But it looks like Keene just kind of stumbles, I think, a little bit. But I think he thought there was a trip there, and there was some malicious intent.
Yeah, he may have stuck that foot out right at the end. Maybe we could see it one more time. But to watch Keene's right foot, see what you think. Well, it was blocked there by Santos Silva.
Yeah, through on this side, and we're going to put the ball at the... We're going to put it on this side, or we're going to put it over here? What's the rule? I know what the college rule is. What's the rule here? Put it back at the point of interruption. Okay. So after review, right, we have a flagrant 2 foul on Nichols. He is ejected, right? Number 14 is going to shoot the 2 shots for the flagrant 2 foul, and then Black's going to get the ball on the sideline if he misses both of them. He makes one, game is over. All right?
So there you have it.
He's got to go.
Unfortunate
ball game
to see an amazing tournament run for him individually come to a conclusion. And now Keene can close it out.
He just needs one. He'll get 2 opportunities. AfterShocks need 1 point, and they will be playing for the title on Sunday. Nichols heads to the locker room. And Marcus Keene will hush over this big crowd. One free throw to clinch it. It's over. The AfterShocks move to the championship. They'll play Everline Drive on this floor Sunday afternoon at 4 Eastern Time on Fox for $1 million. 66-54 is the final score. The AfterShocks continue, Nick, their home court dominance.
This crowd is making an impact. The number one thing I think a crowd does is it pumps energy into your defense. And that has been the calling card for the AfterShocks this whole tournament. They're only allowing 62 points per game, and they held a high-octane offense in We Are D3 to 54 points and just had them disjointed all night long. The depth from the AfterShocks, I thought, once again, was just the difference in the game. The bench points dominance continues, and they're dancing their way to a championship game and a chance at $1 million.
And Nick, I agree with you. I thought the guy off the bench that made the big impact tonight was James Woodard.
I couldn't agree more. Made some tough shots. They needed his defensive athleticism. His stat line didn't totally jump out at you. 12 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds in 24 minutes, but did it efficiently. I thought he was really good. Keep in mind, he didn't score in the first half, so all 12 of his points coming in the second half.
And he ends up being the leading scorer for the AfterShocks in the entire game. Everyone who played for the AfterShocks tonight scored at least 1 point. And speaking of the Edmond, Oklahoma native, the former Tulsa Cane, and here he is with Jen, James Woodard.
Indeed, Bob. James, congratulations on this win. It seemed like y'all were in control, especially from the second quarter on all game. What did you like best about how you played tonight?
Man, I love how we just stay together. No matter what happens, they had a big run in the third, but we 10 guys. We got 10 guys that can play at any time. It can be anybody's game, and so we trust each other, and that's what gets us here.
To your point, as evidenced by every player on your roster score tonight, you were the leading scorer, but everybody got a little. How important is that going to be going into the finals against an Everline Drive team that's a high-octane offense themselves?
It's everything. It's our identity. We trust each other. As long as we keep doing that and playing hard, playing the right way, then, hey, it's in God's hands, and we thank God for that. And we're here. We're in the championship. We just got to take it.
Nike and your bench has been so crucial, half your points. What type of role do they play?
Oh man, like important, very important. Like every championship team has a bench and they trust each other. I mean, I can't say it more enough because it's so important. It's so, man, like that's championship caliber teams. That's what they do. That's what they bring to the table. Defensively, offensively, nobody cares about who's scoring the most. We just care about getting stops and winning the game.
All right, you get 2 days now before the finals, and Everline Drive has to travel to you. What does the next 48 hours look like for your squad?
Man, for us, it's just recovery, staying locked in, and just getting ready for the championship.
James, enjoy the win. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday as you play for $1 million.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Jen. James Woodard. If you remember his college career at Tulsa, he was joined at the hip with Shaq Harrison in that backcourt. And now a 31-year-old accomplished pro coming back to play in TBT, and what a night he had to help the AfterShocks. And that bench that you talked about, Nick, the factor again as they just took it to D3.
Bench points 38-14 in favor of the AfterShocks. Now 190 bench points in 5 games.
Wow.
They have outscored their opponents by more than 120 points off the bench so far. And I think that depth is what makes this AfterShocks team unique. Zach Bush talked about it. This group really buying into each other, being unselfish. There isn't one guy that's going to play 35, 40 minutes. It's going to be everybody kind of shuffling in and out, which can be challenging to get grown men that are pros to buy into. But to Zach Bush's credit and to the players' credit, they have bought into it, and I think it has propelled them to this championship game.
Marcus Keene played the most minutes of anybody for the AfterShocks, only 21 tonight. We will be back. More coverage from Wichita. AfterShocks to the championship game after this. Marcus Keene at the foul line with the Elam ender for the AfterShocks as they defeat We Are D3 and move on to the title game here Sunday afternoon. The head coach, Zach Bush, is standing by with Jen.
He's going to be a busy man for the next 48 hours, Bob. Zach, thanks for some of your time. First of all, Marcus Keene, a new addition this year. I know that the recruiting effort was intense to get him. What has he brought to your squad?
Oh, just an ability to score the ball that we maybe haven't had in the past, but also a leadership. He's a guy who, he talks it, but he also walks it. I think the guys believe in him. He's rallied us. He's kind of our vocal leader, and it's just paid off really well for us.
Your bench, so high scoring, accounted for basically half your points tonight. The decision to play Nike in that second unit instead of the starting lineup, what goes into that? Explain the logic.
Yeah, just wanting to have a scoring punch coming off of the bench, and he hasn't even scored at the best. He's played really well in other ways, but having that ability to come in the game and change it from a scoring perspective is not typically what most teams in this have, and that requires a lot of sacrifice from other guys, buying into that depth, and he's completely bought into it. He's selfless. All he wants to do is win. That's pretty special.
Indeed it is. All right, you face an Eberline Drive team that's veteran. They're high octane. You know them well. They've played here in Wichita, and you've been watching them this tournament. Give me a little scouting report.
Well, just a classic team. We'll have to go dive into the film, but those guys are true pros. They're a good group, first of all, just as people, but play a really high brand of basketball. Gabe York's unbelievable. You saw it tonight in the game before ours, his ability to shoot the basketball. So they're going to be an incredible challenge for us. Incredible respect for them. We got to be the best version of us, but I think we will be come Sunday.
You have a busy couple of days ahead of you. Get some rest. Congrats on this win, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Guys.
And the first thing he's got to do is show up for work tomorrow at Mays High School, his first day on the job, new to the district. So don't be late, Zach, with all the excitement of tonight. Here's the brackets, and we started, Nick, with 61 teams, and here we are. It's down to Eberline Drive and the AfterShocks.
Yeah, Eberline Drive, a staple in TBT. Made it to the semifinals a year ago and take it a step further this year, getting to the championship game. I completely echo what Coach Bush talked about in Gabe York. I think he is ultimately the most important player in this championship game. he can really shoot it, and he is hot right now on a stretch for Eberline Drive, knocking down long-range jump shots. So you're going to need an all-hands-on-deck approach from the AfterShocks being able to guard him.
But what can be done by Eberline Drive in the face of that incredible defense the AfterShocks play?
Yes, well, keep in mind, Eberline Drive they were in Charleston against Best Virginia. Best Virginia comes with a pressing, trapping style of defense. So they saw a version of it today and emerged victorious. So they're going to need to travel that to Wichita. And so the AfterShocks defensively has done a good job. Can Eberline Drive handle the ball? I can't wait. It's going to be a fun one on Sunday.
We cannot wait. A reminder of the TBT championship game, Eberline Drive against the AfterShocks. And it's coming up Sunday, August 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern on Fox. You will not want to miss it to see how this thing ends here in Wichita, Kansas. For our entire crew, both here and in Indy, Bob Rathman saying so long from Wichita. The AfterShocks are in the finals.